Ava, is it true? You actually got your first boyfriend? Oh, tell me you're joking. Come on.
Whoa, what's with the sudden interrogation? Yes, I did. I have a boyfriend now.
No way!
Is it really that shocking?
Yes. We're talking about you. The quiet, gloomy, forever single older sister with zero dating history since birth suddenly has a boyfriend? And not just that, I heard he's younger than you.
He's only 2 years younger. That's not a big gap.
Wait. That would make him my age.
Oh, yeah, I guess it would.
OMG. You have to introduce me. When can I meet him?
No.
What? Oh, that was fast. You didn't even think about it.
Exactly, because I already know what you're planning.
What's that supposed to mean?
Don't play innocent. I know your track record. How many of your friends' boyfriends have you accidentally started dating? How many cute guys have you snatched the moment someone else got close?
Ugh, I hate the way you said that.
Why? It's true.
It sounds like you're accusing me of plucking men off trees just to toss them aside like trash.
I mean, if the shoe fits.
You're being dramatic.
Am I? You literally flirt with people just to prove you can. You love the thrill of stealing someone's attention, and once they fall for you, bam, ghosted, gone. Next.
Okay, that's not entirely fair.
It's more than fair. And that is exactly why I'm not letting you anywhere near my boyfriend. Not until you outgrow whatever toxic needs you have to compete with other women by destroying their relationships.
Wow. Okay, so you really think I'm some boyfriend hunting monster?
Yes, until proven otherwise.
You're just bitter because you finally got something I might want.
You don't even know him. You haven't seen his face, heard his voice, or had a single conversation with him. You just want to claim him because you're not used to me having something first. And I'm not playing that game.
Okay, fine. You won't let me meet him, but at least let me see what he looks like. Just a photo?
Nope.
Why not?
Because the moment I do, you'll start calculating the exact angle to slide into his DMs.
You're such a jerk. When did you get so possessive?
Maybe around the time I realized you don't understand what boundaries are.
Ugh, come on. I'm not that bad.
You are exactly that bad. Remember Rachel and her boyfriend Chris? Yeah, I do too. How about Lydia's summer fling or Megan's study partner from college?
Those were complicated situations.
You were the complication.
So you seriously think I'd go after your boyfriend?
Yes, not even out of love, just for the thrill of it.
Okay, now you're just being mean.
I'm being realistic. Look, if you actually want to be part of my life, you're going to have to earn that trust back. I'm not going to just hand it over because we share DNA.
Wow, you really mean this, huh?
I do. This guy is different. He makes me happy, and I don't want to invite chaos into something that's finally going right.
You're really not even going to show me a picture?
Nope.
Ugh, you're such a stingy old hag sometimes.
And you're still acting like a spoiled child who thinks everything she sees is hers for the taking.
Whatever. I don't even care that much anyway.
Good. Then we're done here.
Guess what? My high school reunion is tonight.
Oh yeah? And?
There's this guy from my class I've been wanting to see again. I've been looking forward to it for weeks. He was so cute back in the day, and I just know tonight's my chance. I'm going to make it happen, no matter what.
Uh-huh. And what about the boyfriend you said you started dating last month?
Oh, him? Yeah, we broke up yesterday.
Wait, what? You were going on and on about how he might be the one, that he could be your future husband.
Did I say that? Wow, I must have been really into the drama at the time.
Seriously? You're not a teenager anymore. You're old enough to know better than to keep diving into random flings just because you feel like it.
Excuse me, but I'm still younger than you. You're 30 and still single. I'm practically a spring chicken compared to you.
For your information, I was just proposed to by my boyfriend.
What?
Yep, and I said yes.
No way! There's no way someone like you, all shy and antisocial, got engaged before me. This is outrageous, unbelievable, completely unacceptable.
Well, regardless of how you feel about me, don't forget most of your friends are settling down too. Getting married, having kids, building actual lives.
Ugh, don't remind me.
If you're really that frustrated, maybe it's time to stop tossing men aside the minute something feels off and start taking love seriously for once.
Ugh, I hate that part of you. Always so calm and rational, always lecturing me like you're some kind of wise old sage.
Is that so? Well, in any case, enjoy the reunion.
Whatever. You'll see. I'm totally going to find myself a rich, successful guy tonight and finally get my fairy tale ending. You just wait. I refuse to let you beat me at the marriage game. Ava!
Emma? Wait, hold on. Didn't you stay out all night?
Busted.
Yeah, Mom called me this morning. She was really worried about you. She said she hadn't heard from you at all. If you're going to spend the night out, you could at least let someone know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Are you actually sorry or just pretending?
Come on, don't be mad. Too much stress isn't good for your complexion, you know.
Ugh, you're impossible sometimes.
But never mind all that. Listen up, because I have huge news. Like, seriously epic.
Yeah, go on then.
I hooked up with my soulmate at the reunion last night, brought him home and everything.
Your soulmate?
Yep, and guess what? You know him really well.
Wait, what? I don't know anyone from your high school. I wasn't even connected to that school.
Oh, you do know him. Very well, actually. It's Seth.
Seth?
Come on, don't pretend you don't know. You're not fooling anyone. Seth, your boyfriend, or maybe I should say ex-boyfriend?
Excuse me?
Yep, just to make it extra clear. Seth and I spent the night together, and it was unforgettable.
Right.
Oh, and another thing, I've decided I'm going to marry him, which means I'll be tying the knot before you do. Isn't that exciting?
Is that so?
Aren't you just dying inside? You have to be. I mean, you're already 30. Your options are thinning out fast. And now your man's been swept away by me. So, sorry, not sorry.
Sorry to kill your little moment here, but who's Seth again?
What? You're kidding, right? Your boyfriend, my classmate, Seth. I know for a fact he's been dating you. Why are you pretending otherwise?
No, seriously, I've never dated anyone named Seth. I don't even know a Seth.
Nice try, but denial doesn't make the truth disappear.
Emma, I'm not denying anything. I'm just genuinely confused.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm with him now. So do yourself a favor and just back off.
Wow. You really believe you're in some romantic drama, huh?
Tisk, tisk. There she goes. Ava in full berserker mode. Total denial, no reasoning, just vibes. I've seen this before.
You are unbelievable.
Whatever. Point is, Seth is mine now, so whatever you thought you had going on.
Ugh, are we doing this again?
Mom called me this morning. She said you're still moving forward with wedding plans, even though there's no way that day's ever going to come. You seriously think you're going to walk down the aisle with him? Please.
And you're one to talk. Didn't I just see you strolling down the street the other day, clinging to some older guy like you were glued to him? What happened to your supposed fiancé, huh?
That guy was just a fling, a little fun. Seth is still my real fiancé.
So you are cheating on him? Wow. You really don't even try to hide it anymore, do you?
Forget that. I've got news for you. News that matters.
What?
I'm pregnant with his baby. So if you've got even a shred of decency left, you'll back off and let me have him.
Wait, what? You're saying you're pregnant?
Yes. And you know what? This is karma.
You've been walking around like you're better than me just because you got engaged first. Oh, wow. Ava's got a younger guy now. Oh, look, Ava's getting married before me. I hated that. So I took what mattered most to you, your man. Emma. All those nights I stayed up obsessing after that reunion, all that effort I put in to make him fall for me, finally paid off. You were careless. You left the door open and I walked right in. Just so I'm clear, this Seth you're talking about, he's the guy you met at our high school reunion, right? Your classmate? Yeah. Seriously, why are you acting like you don't know him? You said his name before. See, that's the thing. I think you've got the wrong person. My fiancé, his name isn't Seth. In fact, he's not even close in age. He's 10 years older than me. Huh? Wait, didn't you say you started dating a younger guy? I did. That was months ago. It didn't work out. We lasted like 2 months. That relationship is long over. Right now, I'm with someone I met through work. He's mature, stable, grounded, and his name is Marcus, not Seth. Wait, what? No, that can't be right. Seth told me you two were dating. Okay, let me ask you something. Does Seth happen to have a cousin named Marcus? Actually, yeah. He mentioned a cousin by that name once, I think. Well, Marcus is my fiancé. No, no freaking way. I live with him. We're engaged. And just so you know, he's sitting right here next to me watching this entire conversation unfold on my phone. And funny enough, as soon as I showed him your messages, he said, "That's Seth, my cousin from A-High." Oh my God. And just now, Marcus called him. They had a little chat. Want to know what we found out? I guess? Apparently, Seth has been jealous of Marcus for years. Always saw him as some kind of rival, even though Marcus never really cared enough to compete. And when Marcus got engaged, to me, Seth somehow got a hold of a photo of me on Marcus's phone. He saw it and thought, "That's Emma." Then as if by fate, the high school reunion invite hit his inbox. And that's when the plan clicked in his head. Use your obsession with beating me at everything, especially relationships, and lure you in by pretending he was my boyfriend. He figured you'd fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. You're kidding. You mean I was just a pawn? Pretty much. A convenient one at that. Look, Emma, we may be polar opposites in how we act and carry ourselves, but we're still sisters. We look alike. He saw my photo, knew you'd take the bait, and used every bit of your predictable behavior to pull it off. And you know what the kicker is? As soon as Marcus told him over the phone, the woman in that photo is my fiancée, Emma's older sister, Seth started screaming so loudly that Marcus had to pull the phone away from his ear. No way. No, this can't be happening. You want to know the real cherry on top? Please don't. Seth, he's married with 2 kids. What? Yeah. And guess what else? He doesn't have a job. 0 income. He lives entirely off his wife's earnings. No. He wore designer brands. He talked about business. I thought he had money. Those luxury clothes, all bought with his wife's credit card. I can't breathe. This isn't real. This has to be some kind of sick joke. You sure you want to keep the baby? Ugh! No way I'm having some loser's kid. He tricked me. Well, that's up to you. But Marcus told Seth's wife about the affair, so if I were you, I'd brace myself. Things are about to get messy. You didn't. Oh, we did. And I wouldn't expect her to take it lightly. The whole situation was a surreal mess, a disaster born entirely from a tangled web of distorted emotions and wild misunderstandings. If I had to sum it up, I'd call it a chain reaction of delusion. A bizarre parade of assumptions fueled by selfish desires and warped intentions, spiraling into what some might even call a full-blown incident. At the center of it all were my sister and a man named Seth. They each misread the situation in their own uniquely absurd ways. It wasn't love, it wasn't fate, it wasn't anything poetic or meaningful. It was just 2 people convincing themselves that they had the right to steal someone else's partner, each believing they were the righteous one in some twisted romantic fantasy. And in the end, all their scheming, manipulating, and betrayal just canceled each other out. I suppose that's the only real irony in this. While my sister and Seth were busy trying to outmaneuver one another in their warped little game of who can steal whom, both I and my fiancé Marcus ended up completely unscathed. Not a scratch. No broken hearts, no major fallout. It was as if the chaos bounced right off of us and imploded inwardly on the two who created it. In a weird way, it was almost satisfying, if not for the overwhelming sense of exhaustion and disbelief that followed. All I could think of afterwards was, seriously? That's what all of this was for? That's what they sacrificed their relationships, reputations, and dignity over? Misunderstandings, ego? Some delusional power play? It was hard to feel anything but a deep, disillusioned sigh welling up from my chest. I didn't even have the energy to be angry, just baffled. However, there was one person who did feel a very valid sense of rage: Seth's wife. Unlike me, she didn't let it slide. She wasn't interested in irony or philosophical reflections. She saw the betrayal for exactly what it was: calculated theft, and decided to deal with it accordingly. And honestly, I respect her for that. While I chose distance, she chose justice. She hired an incredibly competent attorney, someone with a reputation for being sharp, relentless, and efficient. Under their guidance, she filed for divorce and went after both Seth and my sister with everything she had. Her case was airtight. The evidence of intent, the motives behind their actions, the emotional damage, all of it was meticulously documented. What followed was a brutal but fair legal proceeding where my sister and Seth were each held fully accountable for their roles. From what I heard, Seth lost quite a lot: money, assets, credibility, and most importantly, any respect he may have still had in their social circle. My sister didn't fare much better. In fact, she may have gotten the worse end of it. You see, one of the most dramatic moments came when she tried to garner sympathy by claiming she was pregnant. Yes, that card. But it was a lie. A desperate, poorly thought out lie. Once it became clear there was no baby, no ultrasound, no proof, just her empty words, any shred of sympathy people may have felt evaporated. If anything, the false claim only deepened the disdain. Seth's ex-wife added it to the lawsuit as part of her emotional damages claim. The court didn't take kindly to false pregnancy claims being used as manipulation tactics in a legal context. Looking back, I suppose the one small mercy in this entire mess is that she wasn't actually pregnant. The thought of someone like her, or Seth, bringing a child into the world under such circumstances is horrifying. That would have been a true tragedy. At least this way, their recklessness didn't affect an innocent life. Now my sister is facing the aftermath, crushed under a mountain of debt. With no allies left to lean on, she's finally waking up to the consequences of her own actions. There's no more fantasy, no more pretending she's the heroine of some romantic drama. She's just a woman who made a series of selfish, destructive choices, and now she's stuck with the bill. I don't wish her ill. Despite everything, she's still my sister, but I do hope she's finally taking this as the wake-up call it's meant to be. I hope she understands how deeply her delusions hurt others. I hope she finally sees herself clearly, without the haze of entitlement and imagined victimhood. Most of all, I hope she works hard, repays every last cent of what she owes, and learns something from it all. Maybe someday she can rebuild her life. Not as someone trying to take what isn't hers, but as someone who understands the value of honesty, respect, and self-reflection. As for me and Marcus, we're doing fine. We're still together, and we've decided to move forward. Slowly, thoughtfully, but with hope. We don't talk about the incident much. It feels like a bad dream we woke up from. But every now and then I glance back and realize just how lucky we were to dodge the emotional wreckage. And as strange as it sounds, I guess I'm grateful. Not for what happened, but for what didn't. For what we escaped. And for the quiet, ordinary peace we've returned to. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Weston? I went to the restroom, and when I came back, you and your mom were gone. Are you guys out shopping or something?
Oh, hey, Luna. Took you long enough.
What? I wasn't gone that long.
Yeah, well, me and my mom got tired of waiting. We decided to head over to the next sightseeing spot without you.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
dead serious. Look, I'll just say it straight. You're in a wheelchair, and honestly, you're just slowing us down. We figured it'd be easier if we went on without you.
You left me here alone in Japan?
Yup. Thought you could handle yourself. You know the language, right? Shouldn't be a big deal.
What are you saying? My bag is with you guys. My wallet, my return ticket, everything I need is in there.
Yeah, well, no point in you having the return ticket if you're not traveling with us anymore, right?
You've got to be kidding me. How am I supposed to get back to the U.S. without money or ID?
Honestly, not my problem. Maybe just don't come back?
What? Weston, what are you talking about?
Come on, Luna, do you really think I wanted to spend my vacation dragging a wheelchair around? Let's be real, you're a burden!
I didn't ask to end up in a wheelchair.
Yeah, well, doesn't change anything, does it? Everywhere we go, we have to slow down, find elevators, avoid stairs, skip experiences. Because of you! I want to enjoy my trip, not babysit you 24/7.
That is unbelievably cruel. I trusted you. I thought you wanted to travel with me.
You really don't get it, huh? You're clingy, you complain constantly, and everything revolves around your needs. You think that's fun to be around?
That's not fair. I've never complained about the pace or made demands. All I've ever done is try to keep up, try to be positive.
Doesn't matter, I'm over it. So's my mom, by the way. We talked about it, and yeah, we agreed you're too much of a hassle. So we decided to ditch you. Simple as that.
You're seriously telling me you both planned this? You planned to leave me stranded?
Yup. Oh, and just so you know, I'm keeping your wallet. Thanks for that, by the way. You always were the better earner.
No, you can't. That's my money. That's everything I need to survive.
Already spent some of it, actually. Japanese shopping is expensive, you know? But hey, your hard work isn't going to waste. I'm sure I'll get some good souvenirs out of it.
Please, I am begging you, just come back. Pick me up, give me my stuff. I'll forget this ever happened.
Yeah, no thanks. Oh, and one more thing. All those hotel names I gave you for our future stays, totally fake.
What?
Yup, I made up all the locations. You've got nowhere to go. Me and Mom are off to Kyoto next. Should be fun. I hear cherry blossom season's starting early this year.
Weston, you can't do this. This isn't just cruel, it's criminal.
Oh, come on, you'll be fine. You're fluent in Japanese, aren't you? You'll figure something out. Maybe you'll grow from the experience, build character, or whatever.
You're unbelievable. You're actually laughing while leaving me stranded in a foreign country, in a wheelchair with no money and no way to get home?
Pretty much, yeah. Anyway, the tour bus is pulling up. Gotta go. Enjoy the rest of your solo adventure in Japan. Hope you make some new friends or something.
So that means you're fully aware of what's going on, aren't you? Of course I am. In fact, I'm the one who told him to leave you behind in Japan and come home without you. What? Honestly, we only allowed you to marry into the family because of your education. I thought at least you'd be useful. But now look at you, stuck in a wheelchair. What kind of future can you offer like that? How are you supposed to take care of me in my old age? If anything, we'll have to start taking care of you. What a joke. Even so, I didn't ask to end up like this. The accident... Oh, please, don't start playing the victim now. You're a failure of a daughter-in-law, and frankly, I've had enough of your excuses. This trip was supposed to be a lovely vacation. You've ruined it with your presence. Speaking of which, who's going to be the interpreter now? That was my role up until just a moment ago, wasn't it? Oh, that? Oh, not to worry. I've already met a charming gentleman who offered to interpret for us at a very reasonable price. Wait, what? A stranger? Beth, this isn't America. You should really be more careful who you trust in a foreign country. Oh, stop pretending you're concerned just to get back in our good graces. We're not so easily manipulated. No, that's not what I meant. I'm just saying it's dangerous to... You're such a nosy woman. Honestly, I've had enough. When we get back to America, if you even make it back, I'm making sure Weston divorces you. That's already been decided. He's on board with it too. You're joking. Not at all. And let me add, even if by some miracle you manage to return to the States, don't expect to come back to that house you two were living in. You're getting kicked out. What are you even saying? That house is wonderfully accessible, you know. The renovations for your wheelchair actually made it quite convenient. So I suppose in that sense I can thank you for making it a perfect home for us. Too bad you won't be living there anymore. You really have no shame, do you? And you just never stop talking, do you? Weston and our new interpreter are calling me. I'll be off now. Beth, wait! You're in a foreign country, letting a stranger take the lead in a place you don't understand. That's dangerous. Yes, I'll be careful. You can stop nagging now. Hold on, please, just listen for a second. I won't be replying to anything else you say. Goodbye. Beth! Fine. If this is how you want to play it, then don't blame me when the consequences catch.
To me. Why the hell aren't you responding? Don't tell me you blocked me!
Yes. What is it?
Luna! What the hell is going on? Are you kidding me right now?
Oh, what's this? Did you finally make it back to the country?
Yeah, I'm back. I just arrived at the house and... What the hell? Why can't I get in? The key doesn't work. The locks have changed. What the hell happened?
Oh, that? Well, I put the house up for sale and sold it.
Wait, you what? You sold the house?
Yep, it's gone. Legally and completely.
What the hell were you thinking? You don't just sell a house without saying a word. That's not something you can do on your own.
Oh, and abandoning me in a wheelchair in a foreign country without so much as a second thought, that wasn't doing something on your own?
Hold on a sec. You're saying you made it back here? You're actually in Japan?
Of course I am. You left me stranded, but I was already back home 2 days after you dumped me there.
How?
Honestly, it wasn't that complicated. You seem to have forgotten, but I did live in Japan for 3 years as a teenager. Remember that?
Oh, right. I guess you did mention that once.
I had a friend who lives just an hour from the hotel you left me at. I called her. She picked me up, helped me get everything in order. Luckily, I had my phone, passport, and credit card on me at all times, unlike some people.
Unbelievable.
Oh, and back to the house, the one I sold.
Yeah, that's the part I'm freaking out about. You did something insane, Luna. That house wasn't even yours. I'm the head of the household.
You? You really think you were the head of that house?
Of course I was! My mom loved it! It was wheelchair accessible, totally perfect for her, and you just went and sold it! We were robbed overseas, I've been through hell, and now this?
Oh dear, you were robbed? Oh, how tragic.
Stop messing around!
Let me remind you, I was the legal owner of that house.
What? No way! I thought it was under my name!
Why would it be? That house was my family's. It was my parents' place. They moved out to the countryside and left it to me. I inherited it. I paid for the renovations. Every ramp, every widened doorway, paid out of my pocket. So explain to me again, why would I ever put your name on my deed?
Still, you can't just sell it without even talking to me!
And yet you decided to divorce me without any discussion, didn't you? Right. So don't start crying about how you've suddenly found yourself without a roof.
You're seriously just gonna leave us like this?
Nope. Actually, I already contacted Amy.
Amy? You mean my sister?
Of course. She said she'd take your stuff and your mom's. She's kind enough to let you two crash at her place for a while.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Nope. Go ahead and head over. She's expecting you.
No. Anywhere but her place. I refuse to stay with Amy.
Too bad. She's family, right?
No! This can't be happening!
Disaster! Yes, I heard a bit from Weston. Something about a pickpocket? Let me guess, this is about that charming gentleman who offered to translate for you? Exactly! He seemed so kind, so helpful. I really thought we could trust him. When I needed to use the restroom, I left my bag with him for just a moment, and when I came back, poof! He was gone along with my things! Didn't I warn you before the trip that your first time overseas might not be the best time to start chatting up random foreign men? He was handsome, okay. What was I supposed to do, ignore him? I wonder what your late husband would think if he heard you say that. Oh, forget about that for a second. We need to talk about the house. Right. You might want to check the messages Weston and I exchanged. Everything you need to know is there. I'd rather not repeat myself, honestly. Excuse me? Did you just say you can't be bothered? You're the daughter-in-law. Don't forget your place. Oh, come on now. You and Weston wanted to divorce me, right? So I figured since we're no longer family, I can stop pretending to care about your feelings. Oops, wait, not wanted. Did. The divorce is already finalized. What? Yep, I flew back a bit earlier than you and checked the mailbox when I got home. Guess what I found? A love letter from the woman who claims to be Weston's new girlfriend, along with a signed divorce paper, in Weston's handwriting no less. She even included a USB stick with a video of him filling it out like some weird souvenir. Unbelievable! I figured since he went through all that trouble, I might as well do him the favor of submitting the paperwork. So, yeah, it's done. Wait, are you saying Weston was cheating? It appears so. According to his new lady friend, she's more deserving to be his wife, and I should just get out of the house and make room for her. And did she know the house was your family's? Oh, she found out quickly. I sent her a little message to let her know she's been chasing after a man who didn't even own the roof over his head. Also added that she'd be inheriting his charming mother, you, by the way, who once encouraged him to abandon his wife overseas. And her reaction? She dumped him. Paid the compensation I requested, blocked him, and vanished. Seems she wasn't up for the full package deal after all. No way. While the two of you were busy running around in Japan trying to salvage whatever mess you created, I was here tying up loose ends and clearing my name. This can't be happening. Oh, it is. The only thing left now is to sort out the financial compensation Weston owes me. I've already spoken to my lawyer. He'll be paying a visit to Amy's place to deliver the documents. What? You might want to be there when he arrives. He'll need your signature, too. Wait, no. Oh, please, not Amy's house. Anywhere, but... I figured you'd say that. Amy, could you step forward now? Huh? I asked her to come pick you up. She should be right behind you. Enjoy the reunion. The woman my ex-husband and ex-mother-in-law feared most, Amy, wasn't just any sister-in-law. She was a former leader of an all-female biker gang. Yes, you heard that right. Back in the day, she wasn't just known, she was respected and feared in circles you wouldn't dare enter. But those wild days were behind her now. These days, she was a mother of 2 and living a quiet life as a devoted wife and parent. To anyone who met her on the surface, she seemed mild, composed, and even gentle. But here's the thing about Amy. She absolutely despised injustice. If she saw someone being taken advantage of or mistreated, especially someone she cared about, something would awaken in her, a fire, a presence so commanding it could silence a room, make grown men fumble for words, and apparently reduce my ex-husband and his mother to trembling messes. After getting married, Amy had moved about 2 hours away by car. That physical distance had lulled my ex and his mother into a false sense of security. They assumed Amy was out of reach, out of the picture, too busy raising kids and being a housewife to meddle in family affairs. And so, with her gone, they set their sights on me. Day after day, I was subjected to their ridicule, passive-aggressive comments, outright verbal abuse, and manipulation. My ex, smug in his own infidelity, acted like he could do no wrong, while his mother treated me like some unworthy burden that never should have joined their prestigious family. But here's where their entire scheme fell apart. What they didn't know, what they never thought to ask, was that Amy and I'd become close, very close. Since the early days of my marriage, she'd been one of the only people in that family who treated me with warmth and genuine care. We'd stayed in touch even after her move, phone calls, texts, even the occasional visit when schedules allowed. So when I found myself left behind by a cheating husband and tormented by a bitter mother-in-law, I knew exactly who to turn to. I told Amy everything. I told her how her younger brother had abandoned me emotionally, how he'd flaunted his affair as if I should somehow be the one to blame. I told her how their mother encouraged it, blaming me for not being pretty enough or obedient enough. I even told her about the day they left me standing at the curb, luggage in hand, in front of a locked house they'd claimed was no longer mine. Amy didn't raise her voice. She didn't even curse. All she said was, "Leave this to me." The very next week, a large sum of money appeared in my bank account. It was the full settlement amount I'd requested in my divorce proceedings, a figure my ex had previously scoffed at and refused to pay, claiming I didn't deserve a cent. No explanation came with the money, just the transfer. Clean, final, no further dispute. Naturally, I was stunned. I called Amy. She just laughed softly and said, "Let's just say he suddenly remembered what's fair." The details of what happened next are still mostly a mystery to me, but from what I've gathered through mutual acquaintances and whispers from extended family, Amy didn't just confront her brother, she obliterated whatever illusion of control he thought he had left, and she didn't do it alone. You see, Amy still had connections, people from her past who hadn't forgotten what she'd done for them, people loyal enough to jump at the chance to help her out, especially when it came to correcting a wrong. Apparently, one of those connections ran an overseas manufacturing facility, known more for discipline than luxury. Not illegal, but definitely not the kind of place you voluntarily signed up for unless you had nowhere else to go. From what I hear, that's where my ex-husband ended up. Amy arranged for him to be sent there under the pretense of helping him rebuild his life. In truth, he was being trained, as Amy put it, forced to wake at dawn, work long hours in sweltering conditions, and reflect deeply on every selfish, cruel, destructive choice he'd made. No more lounging on couches or playing the victim. No more blaming me or life or anyone else for his shortcomings. His mother, too, quickly fell from grace. With her son out of the picture, she lost whatever power she'd lorded over me. From what I've been told, she tried to reach out to Amy, perhaps thinking she could still manipulate her sweet daughter-in-law, but that ship had long sailed. Amy cut her off completely, making it clear that she stood on the side of justice, not bloodlines. And me? I moved on. For the first time in years, I felt like I could breathe again. There were no more whispered insults, no more silent treatment at the dinner table, no more passive-aggressive jabs, just peace, beautiful, hard-earned peace. I found a small apartment of my own, decorated it however I liked, and started working toward rebuilding my career. I didn't rush into anything. I let myself grieve, process, and slowly rediscover the parts of myself I'd buried to survive that toxic household. And through it all, Amy checked in, offering advice, encouragement, and sometimes just a listening ear. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Gianna? Do you have a minute right now?
Oh, hey Harper. Thanks again for having me over today.
Yeah, listen, I actually wanted to talk to you about something Could I ask you not to drop by unannounced like that?
Oh, don't worry about it. I don't mind at all.
No, I do mind, actually.
Anyway, seriously, thanks for coming by. And that fruitcake from the department store? Oh, that was really something.
Huh? Wait a second. The fruitcake I had in the fridge, it's gone. Hold on. Don't tell me you went into my fridge and just took it.
Oh, that? Yeah, Kiki saw it when she was getting juice. It was right there in plain sight, so I figured you left it there for me, as a little gift.
No, actually, that cake was a present from my mother-in-law.
Oh, wow, really? Well, I guess technically it was already a gift, just not to me. Still, it was delicious, so I'm not complaining.
Okay, I'm really sorry, but can I have it back?
Wait, what? Why?
My husband has a serious sweet tooth. He'd been looking forward to eating that cake.
Are you serious right now? You're actually asking me to give something back after you already gave it to me? Oh, that's so cheap.
I didn't give it to you. You took it.
Well, too late anyway. We already ate it.
What?
Yeah, my parents were visiting today, and we all had it together, every last bite. It was so good. Thanks again.
Are you kidding me right now?
Nope, we really enjoyed it. You should have seen Kiki's face. She was in heaven. So, yeah, thanks.
What is wrong with you?
What? What exactly am I being accused of here?
You literally went through my fridge and helped yourself to something without asking. That's stealing.
Wow, are you seriously calling me a thief? A mom friend thief?
If the shoe fits, you took something that wasn't yours from my fridge without permission. That's theft.
Oh, come on. You left it right there, totally visible. Kiki saw it. It looked like it was meant for sharing. I just assumed.
You assumed I was gifting you something that was sitting in my own fridge?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you really didn't want me to take it, maybe don't leave it out like that.
That's the most ridiculous excuse I have ever heard.
Look, it's gone. It's been eaten. There's nothing to talk about now, okay?
You can't be serious.
I'm completely serious. Anyway, this conversation is getting annoying, so let's just end it here. Bye.
Dan, hey, do you have a minute?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, I'm just gonna get straight to the point. No sugarcoating.
What's going on?
That roll cake your mom gave us, it got taken by one of the neighborhood moms.
Wait, what? Hold on, what do you mean taken?
I'm sorry, I know you were really looking forward to it. I had it saved, I really did, but she just took it.
What the hell even happened? How does something like that even go down?
Well, it was earlier today. I was outside on the balcony hanging laundry, and out of nowhere, this mom and her daughter just showed up. Totally uninvited, no message, no call, just barged right in.
Wait, are you talking about her, that woman who moved here a few months ago and immediately became the neighborhood problem child? What's her name, Gianna?
Yep, that's the one. She's the mother of that loud little girl, Bailey.
But she lives like 2 miles away. How'd she end up here?
I guess because nobody around wants to deal with her anymore, she started venturing out further to find someone who'd still put up with her. And unfortunately, today that was me.
Unbelievable. What a pain. But damn it, that roll cake was super hard to get. Your mom lined up early at the store just to buy it for us. I was really looking forward to that.
I know, I feel horrible. She even asked me yesterday to make sure you got to eat it fresh.
So what, Gianna just saw it and helped herself?
Pretty much. I came back in after hanging laundry, but she was already poking around the fridge. Bailey was screaming her head off the entire time. "I'm thirsty. I want juice. Where's the candy?" It was chaos. She was flailing around, stomping her feet, crying like a banshee. I couldn't even get a word in.
God, what a nightmare. Did she seriously just snatch the roll cake and leave?
Not right away. She acted like it was totally normal. Said something like, "Oh, this looks good. Hope you don't mind if we help ourselves." Before I could even say no, Bailey was already digging into it before I could stop her.
You've gotta be kidding me.
I wish I were. It was a total mess.
We are never letting them in this house again, ever.
Agreed. I should have locked the door the second I went out, but I didn't think she'd show up out of nowhere like that.
Hey, wait a sec. Speaking of boundaries, you remember that story from a while back? Someone told us she went into someone's bedroom without permission?
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you think she did something like that here, too?
Oh no, I didn't even think to check. I better go look right now.
Go! Check the bedroom. If she's gone through anything in there, I swear I'll...
I'm on it.
Wait, are you talking about that ring?
Yeah, I kept it locked in a drawer for the past 2 months just to be safe, but this morning I noticed the lock. It's been broken.
You're serious? I haven't touched that drawer in weeks. The key's always kept somewhere Bailey couldn't possibly reach. No way he would have done anything. He doesn't even know about that drawer.
Exactly. But the lock's broken and the ring's missing. It doesn't make sense unless someone forced it open.
So, do you think Gianna might have had something to do with it?
I don't want to accuse her without proof. All I've got right now is circumstantial evidence. She's the only one who's been in and out of this place in the last few days besides us, but that's not enough.
Damn. If only we had a way to know for sure. Wait! My bedside!
Huh?
The camera! The one I set up a while back.
Camera? Oh, yeah, I forgot you even had that thing.
Which direction is the lens facing?
Hang on. It's aimed toward the side of the room. Oh, yeah, it's pointing right at the drawer.
Yes!
Hold on a second. You're not saying...
Yeah, this morning I had this random idea. I wanted to film Bailey while he was sleeping. He looked so peaceful, and I thought it'd be cute to save. So I got the camera set up, but I ran into some trouble with the tripod and didn't finish setting everything properly before I had to leave for work.
So...
There's a good chance I left the camera recording by accident. If Gianna came into the room during that window of time, and I charged the battery last night, it might have caught everything.
Are you serious?
I can't say for sure yet. It depends on the exact time she might have come in, but if the battery held out long enough and the camera kept recording, there's a chance it caught her red-handed.
That could be huge. If we have that on video, that's not just circumstantial anymore. That's hard evidence.
Exactly.
All right, I'll go check it right now.
Please do. If that footage exists, it could tell us everything we need to know. And if she really did take the ring, we'll finally have proof.
Let's hope we got lucky this time. Gianna, do you have a minute? There's something important I need to talk to you about. Oh, for God's sake, what now? If this is about the damn roll cake, I already told you I ate it. I didn't steal it or anything. Someone gave it to me, and that's it. Can you just drop it already? It's not about the roll cake. What? I'll get straight to the point. I want my ring back. Excuse me? Gianna, when you came to our house today, you went into our bedroom without permission. You forced open my drawer. Compared to that, stealing the roll cake almost seems innocent. If you return the ring right now, I won't press charges. Are you serious right now? Wait, are you actually accusing me of stealing some ring just because I was in your house today? You really think it's okay to just throw around accusations like that with zero proof? That is disgusting. Even if I told you I have proof? What? My husband accidentally left the camera recording in our room this morning. We've got clear footage of you taking the ring. Are you serious? That ring was my grandmother's. It's a family heirloom. Give it back, Gianna. Yeah, about that. That ring, it's gone. What do you mean, gone? Well, see, my daughter found it. I guess I'd left it out on the living room table for a bit, and kids, you know. She took it out to the balcony and got curious, and then she found a hammer somewhere. She what? Yeah, apparently I told her a while ago that diamonds are really hard, and she remembered. I guess she wanted to test it. So, she smashed it, like completely pulverized it. You're joking. Nope, the thing turned to dust. It was actually kind of funny. It was my grandmother's ring. How could you be so casual about this? Look, relax, okay? It was probably fake anyway. Some cheap knockoff. If it broke that easily, there's no way it was real. You're seriously this worked up over a little broken jewelry? That little broken jewelry was appraised at $50,000. What? $50,000. I have the certificate if you'd like to see it. Wait, what? Are you actually being serious right now? I am. Come on, there's no way. That thing was probably glass or plastic. You're totally trying to scam me. No, Gianna, you clearly don't understand how diamonds work. What you were talking about earlier, how hard they are, that's called Mohs hardness. It measures how easily something gets scratched. But the toughness, how easily something breaks, is a totally different thing. Diamonds are hard, but they're also brittle, just like quartz. You hit them right and they shatter. No way. Seriously? Absolutely. But it was my daughter. She's just a kid. And kids are the parents' responsibility. You don't get to use her as a shield to dodge the consequences of your actions. But let's be honest here, none of this would have happened if you hadn't stolen it in the first place. Don't you dare pretend you're the victim. So what? I'm just supposed to roll over and accept all this crap because you had some fancy jewelry lying around? Are you hearing yourself? Look, our family's struggling. My husband barely brings in enough to pay rent. Meanwhile, you're over here with your heirloom rings and high-end furniture and all your luxury crap. And you're crying over one ring? God, you rich people are so pathetic. You really think that justifies what you did? Oh, come on. You probably wouldn't even notice if that ring was missing. I noticed. It was priceless to me. And you destroyed it. And more than that, you broke into our house, rifled through our drawers, and stole multiple things. Wait, what? Multiple things? Yeah, you think I didn't notice the missing cufflinks, the tie pins, the earrings? Everything's accounted for. The total value comes out to just under $55,000. 55? What? You've got to be kidding me. No, and we can prove every item with receipts and documentation. No. Wait, hold on. My husband's texting me. Ah, right, I should have mentioned. My husband was furious when we found out what happened. He already contacted your husband. They exchanged numbers a while back during a school volunteer day. What? And we just called the police. They're on their way. You're calling the police? Are you serious right now? Dead serious. And from what your husband told mine, this isn't the first time something like this has happened, is it? What? You've pulled stunts like this before, back where you used to live. But your husband gave you a second chance, a fresh start in a new town, and this is what you do with it? No, you don't understand. It's not like that. Then how is it? Because all I see is a sad, desperate woman who thinks other people's pain is a free pass to make her own life a little easier. Gianna, you're not just irresponsible, you're dangerous. And honestly, I do pity you, but I won't protect you. That ring... My grandmother gave it to me just before she died. I kept it safe for years, and you destroyed it in one day. Not even by accident, but through a chain of choices you made. No one forced you to take it. No one made you lie or laugh about it or blame a child for what you did. When Gianna's in-laws showed up at the house unannounced, she panicked. The moment she realized why they were there, confrontation over everything she had done, she bolted. According to what I heard later, she ran straight into the bathroom and locked herself in, trembling. She must have thought she could hide there long enough for them to leave, or maybe she hoped to escape somehow once things calmed down. But that's not how it went. The police arrived shortly after, having been contacted by the in-laws out of concern that Gianna might attempt to destroy evidence or flee. When she refused to come out despite multiple warnings, they had no choice but to break down the door. What followed was dramatic, a full-on arrest with shouting, struggling, and neighbors peeking through windows to witness the spectacle. It was like something out of a crime drama, except it was all real. And that was just the beginning. After her arrest, further investigations uncovered more offenses. Apparently, this wasn't the first time Gianna had crossed the line, legally or morally. Multiple additional charges were brought against her. With each one, the chance of leniency disappeared. Eventually, she was convicted and sent to prison. No plea bargains, no second chances. Soon after, her husband filed for divorce, and who could blame him? The emotional toll, the betrayal, the financial strain, it was too much for any relationship to survive. The divorce was finalized quickly and quietly. There wasn't anything left to salvage. Their daughter, still so young and innocent in all of this, was taken in by her father. He moved back to his hometown in the neighboring prefecture, where he could rely on the support of his own parents. From what I've heard, he's doing his best to rebuild a peaceful life for the two of them, away from the chaos Gianna left behind. Then there was the matter of restitution. The court ordered Gianna to pay $50,000 in damages, money she didn't have. It was her parents who ended up paying the price, quite literally. They sold their home to cover the debt their daughter had incurred. I can only imagine how devastating that must have been for them, both financially and emotionally. What's more, they've reportedly cut all ties with Gianna. They've moved without leaving a forwarding address, no contact, no visits. As far as they're concerned, their daughter no longer exists. The pain and shame were simply too much for them to bear. There's one thing that still stings, though, something small but deeply symbolic. I had a family heirloom, a ring that had been passed down through generations. It was supposed to be kept safe and one day handed down to my daughter. But Gianna took it during the worst of the fallout and it disappeared. I never got it back. That loss still aches in a quiet, stubborn way. But not all is lost. My husband, seeing how much that ring meant to me, took my hand the other night and said, "Why don't we have a pair of custom-made rings created? Something just for us. Something that represents our journey and everything we've overcome." His words, his support, they brought tears to my eyes. He reminded me that while some memories are painful, others, the ones we build together, can carry us forward. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Bert, thanks again for today's business meeting. This is Christy from Company A.
Good evening, Christy, was it? Wait, hold on. Did I ever give you my personal number?
No, we only exchanged our work numbers. This one I got on my own.
Then how did you manage to find it?
Oh, come on. You're seriously still not getting it?
What?
Wait, don't tell me. Have we met somewhere before? You really don't remember. Wow, it's me, Christy Flanders, from high school.
Wait, what? Christy?
Jeez, you really didn't recognize me? Classic you. Still the same bottle glasses wearing loner nerd from back in the day. Though I see you ditched the glasses for contacts now, but clearly your eyes are still as clueless as ever.
I mean, I had this vague feeling I'd seen you before, but Christy, back in high school, your hair was bleached and you looked totally different from how you do now, and your last name threw me off too.
Yeah, I got married, so I go by Anderson now.
Ah, that explains it.
What about you, Bert?
Huh?
I'm asking if you're married. Got a wife, a ring, anything?
Oh, well, I'm engaged, actually.
No way. Seriously? Some poor soul actually agreed to marry you. What kind of saint goes for a nerdy little wallflower like you?
Christy, we're business partners now. Don't you think it's a little inappropriate to dredge up our high school past and throw personal jabs like that?
Excuse me? Since when did being honest become inappropriate? And anyway, not much has changed. Even now, our positions aren't all that different, are they?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm working for a major corporation, a real player in the industry. And you're with one of our subcontractors, a vendor, a supplier. You know how that hierarchy works, right? General contractors are above subcontractors. That's just how business and the world works.
Look, I'm not denying that in business relationships there's sometimes a power dynamic. That happens. But applying that kind of hierarchy to our personal relationship? That's not right.
Oh, listen to Mr. Morals over here, getting all high and mighty for a subcontractor. Well, I'll pretend I didn't hear your little lecture just now out of kindness. But moving forward, you better remember your place. Crawl if you have to. Just make sure you're useful to me and my team. Got it? It's a bit too high, don't you think?
Huh, really? And by the way, is it really okay to be discussing this over messages outside of working hours?
Why not? Anyway, you can make it cheaper, right?
Well, that might be difficult.
What? Why?
I already explained this in the meeting today, but I've kept the cost down as much as possible while meeting your requirements. If we cut it down any further, it would compromise the quality, so I can't avoid charging this amount any more than that.
I see. You, a subcontractor, have the nerve to go against me?
Whether I'm a subcontractor or not, I'll speak up when I have to. Even with the person who was in charge before you, we built a good relationship by being straightforward with each other. You're thinking of just do what I say because I'm the client is wrong.
You... How dare you get all high and mighty? You are just a subcontractor.
And you're just some homebody, aren't you? The lowest of the low. How dare you talk back to me, someone from a big corporation?
You can't just equate high school status and the client-subcontractor relationship like that. It doesn't work the same way.
What? Anyway, the estimate is not something I can decide on my own. Bringing this up in a personal message is really putting me in an awkward spot.
I am seriously pissed. Whether you're a bad sport or not isn't my problem. A subcontractor like you doesn't get to talk back to someone from a big company like me.
Even if you say that...
Your company relies on our company for nearly 70% of your business, right? If you can't lower the price, then I'm happy to terminate our contract.
How about we talk next time I come over to your place? Like I said earlier, the price is not something I can decide on alone.
Oh, now you're willing to listen to me?
That's not it. It's just that this is work-related. I'll check with my superiors, but don't expect too much.
Well, even if you say that, if our contract ends, your company will probably go bankrupt because of how much you rely on us. I'm expecting a favorable response from you, though. Bert, are you kidding me right now? Why the hell haven't you called me back?
What? What's this about?
Don't play dumb. I'm the account manager for your company. Me. So why the hell did you go behind my back and contact my superior? You knew I said we couldn't lower the price. You ignored that and reached out to my boss anyway. Are you trying to get the contract canceled?
I'm not your contact anymore.
Excuse me? Wait, what are you saying? Don't tell me. You got taken off the project because you couldn't keep up. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Actually, that's funny because I heard you were taken off the project.
What?
Remember that ridiculous quote we submitted recently? The one you rejected out of hand? I escalated that issue to our senior team because your response was, well, unprofessional. And when my manager talked it through with yours, it became very clear, very quickly, that your little stunt had nothing to do with company policy. You acted entirely on your own.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, and while we're at it, something else came up during the discussions. You're pretty much out of chances, aren't you?
What?
Lowest sales numbers in the department, frequently unreachable during work hours, and that so-called sudden boost in performance. Turned out you were just stealing your junior colleagues' accounts. The company was ready to either sideline or fire you, but they decided to give you one last shot, and that shot was us, our account.
Even so, that still makes me your contact, doesn't it?
Did. Past tense. I was told you've been removed.
They didn't tell me a damn thing about that.
Why do you think they didn't? You think they want another one of your desperate, self-centered moves ruining what's left of your reputation?
I was trying to help. If we won the bid at a lower price, we'd make a better margin. That would have been my win.
Dropping the price by half isn't negotiation, it's sabotage.
You're the subcontractor. You're supposed to do what you're told.
And this is exactly why you're no longer handling the account.
What?
You don't understand the most basic principle of business, mutual trust. A good contract benefits both sides. You don't strong-arm a partner into submission. You build something valuable together. That's how lasting relationships are made. That's how successful companies operate.
Oh, please. Don't act like you're some genius. You got pulled off the account, too.
No, actually, I wasn't pulled. I was transitioned. I'm getting ready to go back to A Corp.
Back to A Corp? As in my company?
Not quite. You never noticed, huh?
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm the cousin of A Corp's next president.
What?
Yeah, my last name's different. He's from my mother's side. I used to work at a subsidiary of A Corp. My cousin wanted me to be his right hand when he took over, but before that he told me to go learn the ropes in the outside world, get real experience. That's how I ended up at my current job, just wrapping things up now.
Wait, so you're telling me you're going to be part of A Corp's leadership?
Exactly. I start next month in the executive office.
Wow. Well then, how about this? Want to go on a date?
What?
A real one. And I'm not just talking drinks and small talk. I mean, anything you want. Anything. All I'm asking is you make sure I stay in a good position in the company. Think about it. Just one night and we both come out ahead. Not a bad deal, right?
Are you serious right now?
Why not? It's just business, right?
You really don't see the problem here, do you?
What?
First of all, you're married, aren't you?
I mean, yeah, but come on, nobody has to know.
Second, I'm engaged.
Okay, but
Third, and this one's important, I want absolutely nothing to do with you. Not personally, not professionally, not in this life or the next.
excuse me?
You thought I had positive feelings toward you after all the times you belittled me, called us names, treated my team like trash?
That was just...
Save it. You dug your own grave, Christy. And just so you know, your department head, the sales director, has been watching this entire exchange.
What?
Yeah, he saw every last message, every attempt at blackmail, every last desperate move.
Oh, God.
You were barely holding on as it is, but this? You just guaranteed your own exit.
Wait, I didn't mean...
I'm done here. I have no more business with you.
Please, Bert!
By the time I return to A Corp, you won't be there anymore. Good luck with the job hunt. You're gonna need it. He was fired. It didn't take long for the truth to come to light. Apparently, there were a few instances during her previous contracts where she had used her femininity as a weapon, manipulating situations to her advantage. It became clear that her actions had caused significant disruptions in her work, and the company decided to take legal action against her. There were financial damages to be paid due to the harm she had caused to the business, and on top of that, she was facing a lawsuit for emotional distress, primarily because of her affair with a married man. The scandal was far-reaching and the consequences were severe. Naturally, her husband found out about everything. It's hard to say how long he had suspected something, but when the truth finally came out, it led to their divorce. The strain of the affair and the ensuing public fallout was too much for their relationship to withstand. In the end, Christie's personal and professional life crumbled all at once. The divorce had a devastating effect on their family. Christie's husband took custody of their child, leaving her with nothing. With the dissolution of her marriage, Christie returned to her parents' home, hoping for some solace and a place to regroup. But even there, things weren't as simple as she'd hoped. She could feel the eyes of the world on her, the whispers of judgment that followed her everywhere she went. The once comforting familiarity of her parents' house now felt like a cage, and she couldn't stand the scrutiny. Day after day, Christie tried to find a way to deal with her guilt and shame. She would sit in the small bedroom she had once lived in as a child, staring out of the window, lost in thought. Her parents were kind and understanding, trying their best to offer support, but they couldn't erase the heavy weight on her shoulders. Their quiet concern only served as a constant reminder of her failure, and the pressure mounted with each passing day. The town wasn't kind to her either. News of the affair spread quickly, and everyone seemed to have something to say about it. Everywhere she went, there were hushed conversations, people whispering behind her back. Even the local grocery store, a place she had frequented for years, seemed like a battleground. Every aisle she walked down felt like it had eyes on her, and every conversation that stopped when she entered the room made her feel like an outsider in her own community. One day, Christie couldn't take it anymore. The tension had built up to a breaking point, and she snapped. The whispers, the judgment, the looks, it all became too much. She knew she couldn't stay there in that house under that cloud of shame. Without telling anyone, not even her parents, she packed a small bag and left. It wasn't that she had any particular place to go. She just knew she couldn't stay there anymore. She had to leave, to find somewhere, anywhere where she could be away from the suffocating atmosphere of her past. No one knew where she went. She disappeared from their lives as quickly as she had entered them. Her parents were left in a state of worry, unsure if they would ever hear from her again. The neighborhood was left to wonder what had happened, with only speculation to fill the void. Christie's name became a ghost in the town. The once well-known woman who had been part of so many conversations now seemed to vanish without a trace. Despite her sudden disappearance, Christie continued to make regular payments for the damages and emotional distress as required by the legal settlements. Somehow she was managing to keep up with her obligations. Perhaps she had found some kind of work or was living off of what little savings she had left. She was surviving, but no one knew how. No one knew if she had found a new life or if she was just drifting, lost in a world that had no place for her anymore. Her disappearance raised more questions than answers. What had happened to her? Was she alive? Was she okay? The last anyone heard of her was a vague message from her parents saying that they hadn't heard from her in a few weeks and they were worried. But even they didn't know where she had gone or if they would ever hear from her again. It's strange how quickly things can change, how quickly someone can go from being part of a community to being a complete stranger. Christie had once been a fixture in her town, someone everyone knew. She had had a family, a career, a future. But in the blink of an eye, it all unraveled. Her choices, her mistakes, they led her down a path from which there seemed to be no return. And now she was somewhere out there, alone, paying the price for what she had done. But there's one thing about Christy's story that stands out. It's the question of redemption. Does she deserve a second chance? Can someone like her ever make up for the damage she's caused? It's easy to look at her as nothing more than a cautionary tale, to see her as a woman who lost everything because of her own choices. And yet there's something heartbreaking about her disappearance. In some way, it feels like she's been lost to the world, a casualty of her own actions. She may never return, and she may never fully make amends for what she's done, but she is still a person who was once loved, once part of a family, once full of potential. The hardest part of Christy's story is knowing that she might never find her way back. Her life is no longer one that can be easily repaired. The consequences of her choices are too deep, too far-reaching. But there's also a small part of me that hopes she finds some peace, even if she never comes back. I hope she finds a way to rebuild her life, to heal from the pain she's caused, and to find a path forward, however difficult it may be. In the end, Christy's fate remains uncertain. The town still remembers her, still talks about her in hushed tones, but no one knows where she is or what has become of her. All we can do is speculate, to wonder if she'll ever return, or if she's simply gone for good. But one thing is certain, her story is far from over. She may have disappeared from our lives, but she hasn't disappeared from the story of her own life. And maybe, just maybe, that's the most important thing of all. Christy's disappearance doesn't feel like an ending, but more like an unanswered question. The town has moved on, but her absence still lingers. It's a quiet ache that everyone feels, though no one talks about it anymore. In some ways, it feels as though she's waiting for the right moment to return, if such a moment ever comes. Maybe one day Christy will reappear, and the town will have to reckon with the choices she made, with her mistakes and the aftermath of them. Until then, though, all we can do is wait and wonder, just like the rest of her story that remains unfinished. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.